எப்படி ஷேர் பண்றது? ஓகே. இப்ப தெரியுதுங்களா? இப்ப பவர் பாயிண்ட் எங்க வந்து ஷேர் பண்றது?
சொல்லுங்க, என்ன சொல்லுங்க?
வியூ பண்ண முடியுதா? ஓகே. இப்ப நான் ஷேரிங் ஆப்ஷன் எங்க போய் போடுறது? Yeah, that's fine. Okay, before that, I want to start. Where is the share option? சொல்லுங்க, then we will start. இல்ல, ஓகே. அந்த ஷேர் ஆப்ஷன் பாக்கணும்ல. தேங்க்ஸ்.
நான் பார்க்கணும் நம்ம சரி, நம்ம லைவ்ல இருக்கோம், ஏதாவது கிளிக் பண்ணி போயிடக்கூடாது. அவங்க பேசுறாங்க சார்.
நீங்க பேசல.
உங்களோட வால்யூம்
இது ஒரு கொஞ்சம் செகண்ட் டைம் தான் எனேபிள் ஆகும் எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு. இது வேற, இதுவும் பிரச்சனை இல்லை.
இது வந்து நான் இதான் கொடுத்துருக்கேன். போடும்போது வந்து ஹெட்ஃபோன் கொடுத்துட்டேன்.
இதை கொடுத்தா சம்டைம்ஸ் இது கேட்காது. ஓகே, நம்ம ஆடியோலாம் கேட்காது.
பட் இதுலேயே ஆடியோ நல்லா வரும். மிஷின்லேயே ஆடியோ வரும்.
அப்படியா?
நம்ம இதில் மைக் எனேபிள் ஆகிருக்கும். எடுத்தா கூட நீ அப்படி கம்யூனிகேட் பண்ணி.
ஓகே, ஆடியோ இருந்தால் கூட ஓகே. இதில் கொஞ்சம் ஹெட்ஃபோன் ஆடியோ எனக்கு வந்து இது இல்லைங்க, நமக்கு இதான் கம்ஃபர்ட்.
ஓகே சார்.
எனக்கு ஆனால் இது வரல, எனக்கு ரொம்ப வால்யூம்
ஒரு லைனில் இருக்கும்.
டிஸ்கனெக்ட் பண்ணிட்டு வந்தது வர சொல்லுங்க.
ஒர்க்காக செக் பண்ணிடுறேன்.
வீடியோ ஆன் பண்ணி பாருங்க.
க்ளோஸ் பண்ணிடுறேன். இங்கே பாருங்க, நம்ம ஆடியோ வந்து நம்ம கரெக்டாக தான் இருக்கு.
ஓகே,
இதில் வந்து கனெக்ட் பண்ணுறேன். எல்லாம் அலோவ் பண்ணுவேன். ஹெட்ஃபோன்ஸ்
share this page.
நிறைய ஐட்டம் ஷேர் பண்ணுறேன். இங்கே இல்லை சார், இந்த இடத்துக்குள்ள தான் இங்கே கிளிக் பண்ண சார். ஏதாவது அங்கே தான் இருக்கும். நம்ம எதாவது பண்ணிடக்கூடாது. ஸ்ட்ரீம் வெப்கேம் மேனேஜர்
சென்ட் ஃபீட்பேக், சேனல் லெவல் செட்டிங்ஸ், பாப்போட் டேஷ்போர்ட்.
இது வந்து ஆளை ஆட் பண்ணுறதுக்கு. ஓகேங்களா? ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஒரு ஃபோன் பண்ணி நீங்க பேச கேக்குதா நம்ம கேட்கல. உங்க கால் எனேபிள் ஆகல சார்.
ரொம்ப காம்பேக்ட் நல்லா இருக்கும்.
இப்போ பேசுங்க.
ஸ்பீக்கர்
ஆனால் காலேஜ் பேசுங்க.
பிரதீப், இப்போ நான் என்னது ஆடியோ கேட்குதுங்களா? நான் இதில் த்ரூ லைவ். ஃபைன். ஓகே ஃபைன். ஓகே,
அவங்களுக்கு பேச சொல்லுங்க.
நீங்க பேசுங்க. யூ டோன்ட் மைண்ட். Okay. Good morning to all. Sorry for the interruption because due to network failure and power cut in our department. That's why it takes more time to taking this session. So, sorry for the interruption. Anyhow, we'll try to present as it is. Am I audible? Am I audible? Am I audible, sir? Pradeep? Am I audible? Hello? Hello?
சார் பேச கேக்குதுல உங்களுக்கு? ஆமா ஆமா, அது நான் தான் கேட்க சொன்னேன் சார். ஓகே, இன்ஃபார்ம் பண்ணுங்க. ஓகே. ஓகே 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 ஓகே. சார் நீங்க மட்டும் தான் பேச முடியுமா? அந்த பக்கம் அவங்க பேச முடியும், மீட் பண்ணிட்டாங்க.
ஓகே.
ஸோ சாட் பண்ணும்போது சைடில் வந்து நீங்கள் ப்ரெஸ் பண்ணுறேன்.
ஓகே.
ஸோ நீங்கள் பேசலாம். நீங்கள் பேச கேட்குறேன்.
Okay. Yeah, hope you are hearing my voice. Let me start today's session. I will try to give my level best to explain the role of IoT, that is Internet of Things, and its applications and various sectors, and the benefits of this IoT sector, and the future direction about the IoT environment and so on. I am planning to discuss today. So, in generally, there are today. In generally, I want to discuss about what are the things. It's just I want to give some brief introduction about IoT. So this is a very simple thing, like all the devices, many devices we are in our hand or in our environment, in our home, in our car, or in our department, or in our office, or in the public sector. So many devices, like it starts from maybe surveillance camera to your watch, and what else, your home appliances like refrigerator, fridge, washing machine, even light, and what else, almost all devices we can connect through internet. Once you connect through internet, we can access the data and control the data through many requirements. It depends upon that, like for example healthcare applications or industrial oriented applications and so on. So many things are there. Anyhow, I will try to explain one by one. So that which I want to tell you briefly, and then what are the some of the examples which I want to focus you, tell you, and how it works and so on. And obviously, every system should have some layered architectures. Like you heard about OSA layer architecture, and then what else, TCP/IP layer architecture. Similarly, here also they have that layered architecture, or what you call the stack architecture of IoT. That briefly, I want to give some introduction about the simplified IoT architecture to understand how it works actually. So normally this time I want to explain that what is IoT. Simply I can say, for example, now all the devices are having sensors, right? So whether it is a temperature sensor or humidity sensors, or pressure sensors, so many things are there. So using the sensor, we can collect the data, right? Once you collect the data, we have to send the data to what you call microprocessor or microcontroller, which looks like what we have to do that. What we have to do on the top of the data which was collected by the sensors. So once that this microcontroller or microprocessor, maybe I can say microcontroller, right? So through the microcontroller, we can connect some other peripherals among the in other devices. For example, I want to connect with LED, I want to connect with the LDR, I want to connect with some other printer and so on. Through the some interface, we can go ahead. So the next layer, something like that, interface layer, which is something like that, which may follow some standards. For example, RS32. You have heard about RS32, through which also we can connect, and then and what else we can communicate. So once that interface is connected, then we can keep that all those things into internet. In the internet, we can go with some protocols like I heard about that message queuing, telemetry a transport protocol, which will send the data one by one. So, for example, how are you? How the word will send first, and are you? Or is sent to the next one, and or you will send the third one, and so on. So it will send sequentially, and then which will go to the particular applications. So that is the end user. The end user will receive that with the help of some application. The application, you can name it as whatever you want, right? So that's a general layered structure of IoT. Whether you maybe this is very layman level I'm telling now. So anyhow, we'll see about that. And what is that actually that the growth of internet in the future, and how actually the growth is there for the internet applications and so on. That also just I want to tell about that. And different access technologies like what you call networking technologies available, including Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, Zigbee, and so on. Basically, which is covers the distance. The distance may be like 10 meters. The distance may be like 100 meters, and so on. So based on that, the networking technology access may be wired or wireless, and that is also the basic difference. So many things are there with the help of first generation network, second generation network, third generation network, and fourth generation network, and fifth generation network. And many people are working now sixth generation network, and so on, right? So these technologies, how we will support for this for internet application, and how you can develop your some IoT related applications and so on. That also we discuss. And the Internet of Things requirement and protocols, different protocols are available. Based on that, the service can be provided to the uh, end user. That also we and let me see some of the use cases like what is some of the applications. We'll see how to do that and so on. And we'll discuss about the IoT project management. What are the things we have to consider while develop a project for some requirement and some problems to solve some problems and so on. Which I want to tell about that. So first one is the what do you call uh, what are the innovations now in IoT about smart waste management system, right? The smart waste management system, what it does is, for example, which monitor the waste levels, and once it's identified, then it optimize the collection, the route, and reduce the environment impact and so on. So the almost that monitor the waste level is which reaches the something like a threshold, then immediately which send the what information through mobile through some other application devices with the help of this IoT environment. That threshold level which is measured by the IoT devices, and even fruits also. Even the fruits is fruits you can send from one place to another place, which may take which will check for the fruits temperature. It depends upon the fruits also. Apple will have a different temperature, and a banana will have a different temperature and humidity and odor. Some smell is there, then it is going to have something like that going to damage. So those things we have to consider. Anyhow, again, you heard about so many things have been done in agriculture area also. So where IoT sensor enable farmers to monitor soil moisture also, and based on the soil moisture, we can what you call we can pour the water also water level. The water level for 1 hour, water can pour for the 2 hours and 3 hours. It depends upon the moisture and temperature, and even crop health also. That also we can see, and then we can go get. So those things are very important. Now you heard about smart homes, right? Where intelligent devices are automated the home function. I think Alexa is one applications where whatever you want, if you give some your signal, which automatically convert this digital signal, then it will take the data and then it will call the particular command, and then for example, if you ask some song, so that song will be played accordingly, right? So and increase energy efficiency and improve security also now is available in smart homes and all. Anyhow, we will discuss about smart homes and other things also, right? So normally IoT, I can try to explain something like that. Is a physical object. The physical object may be human being also physical object. Even if the camera is a physical object, or we can say the object, the physical object they are trying to define is a thing. That is Internet of Things. Without the internet, it is very difficult to do that. But I can say that without the internet also we can do. But wherever the storage is more, then obviously we have to go for internet. Through the internet, what happened? We have to deploy your data into the cloud. Through the cloud, we can access the access the process, and then based on that process, the IoT application will run. So what I'm trying to say, the physical object is nothing but the thing, and obviously once that physical object is there, then it behaves something like that. Our brain. So that is they are going to call it as a controller. So physical object plus controller or thing plus brain. And so once it's there, then we have to go for sensor. The sensor, just now I told that the which sends the data. Based on the data, only that we have to go gather the data and then collect the data, and then we can apply some analysis or process it to go with the some action. So to go with the actions, there is some component is required that is called actuator. So the actuator, I told that something like that, what you call like a microcontroller or microprocessor, which will activate based on that sensor data, and then it will pass through network or what you call internet. So that is a communicator. So these what you call the jargon words like a physical object or controller plus sensor plus actuator plus internet. Together, we can say that this is the Internet of Things or what you call IoT, right? So, so what you see, just to try to visualize, maybe the time being it's not possible to show that my PowerPoint to you to do some technical problem. And what I am trying to say, for example, like in the before internet, there is a human to human interaction was more. I think you are all familiar with that. That is fixed and mobile telephony and SMS and so on. This is like a human to human communications, not like what you call a machine and all. Whatever you are in the fixed telephone, you can, it's a lease line. You dial the number, and then other end the receiver should receive, and then you can talk. That is not human to human computing. Then later onwards, the internet of content, it come into the picture. That is the network plays a vital role with the help of World Wide Web, the web services, through which we can send email, we can collect the information, we can show some entertainment videos, and so on, right? So that is internet of content plays a vital role after human to human intervention. Then the internet of services plays a role the next level, next decade. What happened? That is you heard about the Web 2.0, where we can do some e-commerce, what you call online applications, online shopping, online gaming, and e-productivity, e-commerce in generally, right? That is come into the picture because of they are that is a smart IT platform and services on top of this Web 2.0. Web 2.0. So then they add the smartphones, and then applications are coming to the picture. So what happened that the internet of people plays a viral role. Instead of that human to human communication, the internet of people plays a vital role with the help of, for example, WhatsApp, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, and Skype, and so on. So that is called internet of people, where they add the smartphones and application in the social media. So that happened in the internet of people. Finally, And plus after that, they add the devices, smart devices and objects and data in the social media. Now the Internet of Things plays a vital role here, which makes that instead of human to human communication, the Internet of Things makes the machine to machine communication. It's a uh, great transformation from human to human communication to machine to machine communication, or H to H to, or M to M. So where now they are adding more after Internet of Things come into the picture. They add the smart data and ambient context and so on with the help of AA and ML and DL. They add more for machine to machine tracking to make us what you call automation and the payment, the online payment and actuation or metering, identification and tracking and so on. So there are more on top of this Internet of Things with the help of AI and so on. So in future, definitely there are a lot of job opportunity will be more, but it is not a one man show, or it is not possible practically. One can do all the works. So maybe the team can work smartly, and then we can release number of product in IoT environment. So that's a thing. I think hope you understand. And number of devices, IoT devices here, most probably all you would have known that. In generally, you heard about smartphones and tablets, smart home devices, um, smart thermostat, the smart lights and bulbs, small locks, small doorbells, smart cameras, smart plugs and smart outlets, smart speaker and voice, and assistants like Amazon Echo, Google Home, smart appliances like a refrigerator, washing machines, ovens, and smart irrigation systems, and wearable devices. You heard about that: smart watches, fitness trackers, health monitors, and connected cars and vehicles. You heard connected car systems. Anyhow, we have to discuss about the connected car system. One car can communicate with other cars, and then through which we can get the data and then do something to control your operations and so on. That is also possible. And telematics, like connected cars, so car systems like in the toll, they are monitoring all the cars and connecting the informations, and then they are sending the data to the respective cars and so on. And telematics devices and industrial IoT devices. You heard about industrial sensors with respect to temperature sensors, with respect to pressure sensors, with respect to humidity sensors, and so on. So many industrial IoT devices are now they are developing for their purpose, and asset tracking devices and connecting connected machinery and equipment without human interventions and so on. That is also possible through this. And healthcare IoT devices. Heard about remote patient monitoring devices, medical wearables, smart devices. Just I want to tell some few names, right? To make you would have known that in around us so many sectors like healthcare sectors and agriculture sector, and so many sectors, industrial sectors. So many sectors are there, and all the sectors are you now using what you call this IoT devices. So, and small medical devices like insulin pumps itself, and medical wearables. You can go with now they are using medical related wearables inside the heart, and even in some other organs. They are put in the wearable. What do you call the devices also. So, but what happened actually, if it is not having some energy, or if it is giving some side effects, that's a challenge task that they are doing now. And smart city infrastructure like smart street lights, traffic monitoring control systems, and environmental sensors and so on. Again, that is a challenge task is going on. And agriculture IoT devices like soil moisture sensors and automated irrigation systems, livestock monitoring systems, and so on. And one of the major area you heard about that, this is what smart energy devices, smart meters, and energy monitoring system, and industrial automotive devices like programmable logic controllers and industrial robots and so on. and connected health and fitness devices like smart scales, smart exercise equipment, and so on. No, see, I'm listing some sector and some devices, some IoT devices. This is not the a limited one. So thousands of IoT devices are available. It depends upon the sectors or the organizations or some other department and so on, right? So in just the growth of the internet, for example, the connected devices in terms of billions, irrespective of cellular IoT and non-cellular IoT, and laptop and tablet, PC and mobile phones and fixed phones and so on. Just I want to give some in terms of billions. For example, from 2014, they started. For example, the fixed phone, uh, uh, 15 billion, 15 billion out of it, 1.3% are using the what you call this. Uh, Fixed phones. Whereas now the cellular IT replaced completely in 2021, the like 1.5 in terms of 28 billion. Assume that it's a drastic process. What I'm trying to say, uh, uh, compared to the human, the what you call this um, uh, world population uh, rate, compared to population, it is going in a vertical directions. It's a exponential direction, I can say. For example, the world population in 2003 only 6.3 billion. At that time, the connected devices was there were 500 million only, 500 million for 6.3 billion in 2003. Whereas in 2020, now the population is 7.6 billion, whereas in the connected devices 50 billion instead 7.6 billion population rate, world population rate. In 2020, the connected devices is around 50 billion. So assume that in terms of 5 times more than that, what happened actually the fixed phones and the fixed phone and the connected devices. So in generally, I can say that the connected devices per person in terms of percentage in 2003 is 0.08, whereas in 2020 the range is different is 6.58, right? 6.58, almost 5 times increased in 2020. In obviously in 2030 or 2025, definitely this size has been increased uh, day by day, and there are a number of sectors are available. That's why I told that the beginning itself, I told it clearly, there are a lot of opportunity, the placement opportunities are available in the area of internet of things. With respect to that, the public sectors or private sector, whatever it may be, right? The sectors may be entirely different. And now you can see that different augment existing things are available. For example, small a normal watch and then smart watch, normal band and smart band, where each and everything is you could have known that. And the normal switch and then what you call smart switch, you can control the switch through your remote, not your mobile app. You can control the switch or switch on or off for the AC, switch on or off for the refrigerator or whatever may be. You can control through your web app also. A normal class, normal wearing class, and then smart class. For example, the smart class will have a camera also. We can switch on the camera and then capture the data through internet into your mobile or your uh, what you call handheld devices. So those things are available, and now the Ackman life is going in different directions with the new things like smart city, smart car, and smart me, like healthcare, fitness, wellness, and waste management system, smart society, smart mobility, smart energy, smart education, smart IT and communications, smart building, smart home. So many things are is developing, and some existing country are implemented those smart city, especially Singapore and Singapore. Yeah, they almost many applications they implemented in the smart cities that we see, right? So So what happened actually if we don't have that IoT? One case study which I want to tell you, whether you please try to look into that. In 2012, in America, there is a department, you heard about that, Department of Transport. They have given one statistics that in 2012, almost 5.6 million crashes, road crashes, accident. Out of that, almost 31 fatalities, and out of that, 1 million injuries. They lost almost the financial loss, which goes up to around 1 trillion USD, US dollar, and 5.5 billion hours of travel delays as per the years, travel time per year. And then obviously the carbon dioxide emissions also. These are the what drawbacks of uh, just for um, what do you call this road accident. So to avoid that only, they are trying to bring something like connected roadways with a smart environment to avoid, for example, financial losses, and then even travel time, and then yeah, environmental pollution, all those things. So not only economical point of view, economical loss. Apart from that, the environmental pollutions also we can reduce with the help of this IoT environment. For example, this project we can call connected roadways. So now the connected roadways plays a vital role, and through which we can go ahead. For example, we can avoid the accident also. So when people can, for example, there is some breaker is there immediately, which gives some what you call some alarm, some breaker in front of within 1 kilometer, you will see the breaker or any other crack is in the road. All those things we can identify, we can avoid. That some people uh, have a truck, and then you can immediately say that he is coming fast, and then maybe you can slow, let him go, and so on. So those information mainly used to avoid accidents. Obviously, we can save the life also, right? So because of this IoT environment. So next one is something like that. What do you call this? Smart and connected buildings. So this is one case study which I want to highlight you, like where the smart and connected, the important concept, something like that. What we need actually: energy management and lighting, safety, and heating and ventilating, and air conditioning, building automation and smart spaces, and so on. Please assume that's on a smart building, which, for example, the sun rises around 5 p.m. The manager arrives for a global call. So earlier, right, in 5 minutes, 5 a.m., 5 a.m. So what happened? Immediately the sensor detect the car, and exterior lights go on. So once that manager come into the building, right, the sensor detect the car, and then immediately it switch on the light. So then the security system grants access in the car, go inside, and then which allows it. Then lights on for all the department, and then immediately which will switch on the heat and ventilating and air conditioning system for and adjust airflow and temperature and so on based on that your setup, your specifications, right? And at 10 a.m., for example, they are going to conduct some meeting in the conference room. Then the light on when people arrive, and the temperature adjust depends upon the number of person. If 5 person is there, temperatures we can keep like that, 41 degrees centigrade or 21 degrees centigrade or whatever maybe, right? And then number of people are more, then we can keep the AC in, for example, 16 in 16 or 13 or what. It depends upon that your requirement. So that is also will be automated. For example, again 1 p.m. the sun pours in through the south-facing windows. So now the sunlight is very high. For example, in the afternoon. So the sunlight is very high. At that time, need not to switch on the light also. So the uh, the light is enough through the sun. Then what happened that the other light should off until the sun rise, sun is getting down. And the 6 p.m. If you go with the most of the building is empty in the evening, then what the system, the smart building, it will automatically follow the schedule, the lights off, and then except where the occupancy is detected, and so on, or don't work too late, right? The 6 p.m. and all the lights in the office switch off, including system, whatever it may be, even AC, everything is switch off. And then over the night, what happened that when nobody is in the building, the heating, ventilation, and then air conditioning, lights, security, all set back into the system. So again, the morning, the system will run accordingly. Hope you understand. This is very simple examples of, to bring the smart building applications from 5 p.m. to overnight, how the cycle is going with the help of this IoT environment and so on. So those things is very important, right? And smart home, I told that, where you can put some smart locks, so you can close the locks. For example, you forgot to lock your door, you can lock from your car itself. You can lock the door. Maybe the distance is plays a vital role. If you have some Bluetooth or Wi-Fi connection, then immediately you can lock, or through the internet also we can lock the door, or TV and speaker, or if you want to increase the volume or if you want to decrease the volume, and it depends upon the size of the room. Everything we can set. And security cameras, you can tilt 360-degree, or you want to show that the particular frame for a particular interval frames. For example, for 3 minutes frame between 1 to 1.5, you can see that. And thermostat, whether it is on or not. Lighting is required. And appliances, you have number of appliances in the home. And some farming, maybe you may have in your home, where we have to so bore some water automatically. And it depends upon the moisture level. If it is a rainy day, you need not to pour the water, or if it is a what do you call it is a summer day, you have to pour the water, for example, morning and evening and so on. So those things are now available in many countries. In this brings the applications in front of the home. And now I told that the number of what do you call that? Just I want to tell about that the simplified IoT architecture. So first assume that you have the vertical space, specific apps, and what do you call this? We heard about that supervisor control and data acquisition, supervisory control acquisition, or SCADA, and MDMs, that is mobile device management, etc. Uh, those things are used to bring your system in a vertical specific application, not in the horizontal specific. Once it collects the data, then it go for the process, and then or the analytics. Then they have sent the data through with the help of what you call IoT network management protocol, like co-op. That is, co-op is one small application protocol which is very suitable for resource constrained IoT devices. That is called constrained application protocol, or they are normally called as co-op. And MQTT, I think just now previous slide I told that message queuing, telemetry, transport protocol. And apart from that, number of protocols, network related protocols are available, and through which that gateways and then backhaul network will open, and through which the access network, like family network, or field area network, what do you call this, factory area network, and LoRa, the low power radio access protocol, which is mainly used for this what do you call wide range of access and so on. Those things are connected, especially the vertical specific, like a SCADA, and then analytics, which come under the core idea, functional stack is application. The vertical application and analytics will connect with the application, and what you call IoT to the access network will connect to the communication network, and things in the particular core network, like a sensor and actuators, that also will. Then which will cover forward. If you record, that will send it to this cloud and fog and edge. And especially we heard about that the fog is a layer where the data actually generated and then what do you call executed or collected. And while the the edge layer is connected, the data generated, and it is executed, while the fog layer is the which collect the data, and then it processed, and then analysis. You should know the difference. Edge is mainly used for collecting data generated and then and executed, while the fork is use the data or analyze the data which was given by the edge, right? And edge data, the sensor and the actuator will send the data to the edge. The final IoT functional stack will give you that data to the edge. The edge will collect and then which will transfer to fog. The fog will analyze and then take the decision, and then which will send to the cloud. The cloud mainly is to for what you call mainly to provide the additional facilities like the computing environment, like CPU, RAM, and so on. And again, obviously, the storage capacity for the fog layer. For the fog layer, which provide the those resources like RAM, CPU, and even memory. All those things are provided by the cloud to the fog layer. So those things are there in the system, right? And the access technologies, different access technologies are available based on the distance. In general, you heard about that wireless personal area network. You heard about that wireless home area network. You heard about that wireless field or factory area network, and wireless local area network, and wireless neighborhood area network, wireless wide area network, and a low power wide area network. This is not the limited one. Apart from the number of networks are available, and based on that, they develop now what we call this IEEE standard numbers they have created. Number of the RPC numbers are available. If you want to go with the particular RPC number, then you can clearly understand that what happened actually. So that is also one more thing which I want to tell you. That is the access technologies and the distance. Based on that, all the networks are connected. So here, this different protocols and requirements also very important. A number of protocols, just now I told that the co-op, that is the constrained application protocol, and the MQTT, that is message queuing, a telemetry transport protocol, and the simple network management protocol, that is called SNMP. All other things are available. With the help of this, we can go with the co-op is using a transport protocol like a UDP, and then maybe MQTT is use the TCP, and SNP is the UDP, and the messaging like co-op will help with the help of request and response uh, will make the communications, and whereas in the MQTT is publish and subscribe, and again request and response messaging will send, and then based on that this will work. And different what you call the security options are available for the Internet of Things requirement and protocols, and the architecture also available based on tree architecture, star architecture, or topology. Normally, you call it as topology, right? So, tree architecture, star architecture, bus architecture, client server architecture, and then a tree architecture, something like that. P2P client server architecture, and so on. And based on that, all the requirements are fulfilled by the protocols. This is not the limited one. Again, there are a number of protocols are available now. So in future, the connecting devices, for example, in 2025, in terms of the connected devices in terms of billions, which may go around 75%, 75% in 2025 itself. Almost which go in future the 2025 30, and then maybe which may reach the 100% also for everything is connected through this internet. That is also possible. I think most probably you would have understand that this features and so on. So the IoT environment plays a vital role, and in the meantime, there is a challenge or issues in IoT related developing applications in terms of attacks, or the malicious functions may coincide because of the constraint is very limited, resource constraint. For example, every IoT devices which is based on that battery power, right? Energy. The energy is a basic thing. So we can't bring that a big battery environment behind this IoT environment. That is very difficult. And what happened? 1 out of 10 devices, one devices are corrupted with the malicious attacks. Then obviously the other may be around other devices in the internet. Maybe maybe a chance for making some corruptions. What you call this distractions and so on. So that is also possible. So that is the challenges are we have to face in the future also. And something like that, when you go for IoT project management, you have to consider four things in general. That is the maximizing ROI, and then cost benefits analysis, and operational expenses, and risk mitigations. Those 4 points is very important when you go for IoT project management, especially for the cost benefit is very high because very cheap, and then even the microprocessor and microcontroller are coming down. And only thing is you have to write a program, and how we have to adapt the program into the or embed the program into the microchip, and then how we have to enable it in a in a smart environment for different applications like agricultural farming, or healthcare systems, or in industry, or manufacturing, and so on. So those things are very important when you go for this project management. So now I want to show some applications. So that's a till now what I'm trying to say, that is what is IoT, and how it works, and what is the future directions of the IoT, and how what do you call what are the different components are available, what are the protocols are available in IoT, and so on, that we discussed it till now. Maybe that another one is something like that. Let me see some of the examples of what do you call this use cases, or you can say something like that applications. And in education now, all the classrooms are they are trying to bring what do you call smart classrooms. So smart classroom is mainly used to discover how IoT technology is revolutionizing education by creating interactive and immersive learning environment. The other one is e-learning platforms. Explore how IoT is enhancing online learning experiences through personalized content delivery and real-time student feedback, and so on. And the student tracking system. Learn how IoT-powered tracking systems are improving student safety, attendance monitoring, and campus security, and so on. We can embed that his profile and everything in the ID card, which monitor in around the campus where he is, if he going outside or inside, or whether he is in the classroom, or whether he is in the safety mode or not. Everything we can clarify, irrespective of genders, male or female. Everything we can monitor in the education system. And in entertainment also, we can make use of this IoT environment. We can bring smart stadiums, smart game, and connected events. Smart stadiums like experience the future of sports, and what do you call this entertainment with IoT enabled stadiums that offer personalized experiences, smart ticketing, and enhanced crowd management, and smart gaming like a dive into the world of IoT gaming, from immersive virtual reality experience to connected console that provide real-time analytics and social interactions. And connected events discover how IoT is transforming events and festivals, enabling intelligent ticketing, crowd monitoring, interactive installations, and personalized experience, and so on. So that is also possible, right? So we can bring not only that, any. So for example, if you take this uh, application in hospitality, in hospitality we can bring the smart hotels, and smart restaurants, and smart connected resorts, and intelligent spas, everything, right? So that is also possible with the help of this smart hospitality. And in sports we can smart tennis racket, in the where we can have sensor in the racket detect swing speed, ball impact, and placement of shots, and giving players insight into their techniques and the ability to make improvements in real time. So smart tennis racket will have a sensor which tell about that swing of the ball, and ball impact if it is swing. What is the impact of the ball, and where we have to place that shot, even though if it is swing, we have to place a shot the right way. Everything we can do it with the help of this the smart tennis racket. And heart rate monitor watch. Most of the people now they are wearing that uh, heart rate monitor watch, the wearable devices for runners, measure heart rate, distance traveled, and other metrics like providing valuable data for training and injury prevention, everything. So suppose you have some what you call some injury, then you can go for some first aid treatment. Then you can have you can go with the nearby hospital, or you can go to the nearby what you call medical shop where you can buy this particular uh, medical what you call medical tablet or any other items. With using that, we can uh, prevent. We can go for some first aid options also. That is also possible. And smart basketball embedded sensor in the basketball track the arc, shoot speed, and trajectory. What you call data on player performed and the game strategies and so on. Right. So here the basketball will have that sensors, and then which will track the arc and shoot the speed, and we can have some strategies to play this also. That is also possible, right? And apart from that, in the manufacturing industry, we can bring smart factories with the help of IoT. We can bring supply chain management with the help of IoT, with asset tracking and quality control. Everything we can bring this IoT use cases in manufacturing industries. Even we can use this IoT application in a retail also. For example, e-commerce. In e-commerce, personalized product recommendations based on a user browsing and purchase history. So you can analyze the history, and then based on that, uh, uh, we can provide the recommendations. Already you are prefer this particular item, and that should be in the topmost list. And in the store experience, IoT sensor to track consumer traffic and then optimize store layout and then product placement. So if you take the product very difficult, for example, you are very short, and you want to item, it is very top in the top. It is very difficult to for the a person who take that particular product. So immediately what happened? Oh, he or she suffered. Then what happened the next time? It will find that difficulties which bring that item in the near to her or near to him to bring the product. And inventory tracking and supply chain management and optimization to reduce waste and improve efficiency, smart ordering and what you call products based on the historical data and trends, and interactive and connected displays that enhance in the store. Now, what happened that if you they can show the bills in front of you, right? Everything is IoT embedded systems are there, so you can see that we can clarify there itself, and then we can wind up the bills and so on to enhance the, especially to enhance the store experience and help customer find and learn about the products and so on. Right, everything is in the display. For example, in the dashboard, you can check with the dashboard in the showroom or in the web app. They might have given in the website for the particular uh, retail shop, and then we can go with the dashboard, and then what other things are there, and you can choose, and then you can buy it. So that is also possible. And already I told that in agriculture, smart irrigation. In smart irrigation, the IoT, what it does is here, IoT sensor in fields and greenhouses monitor soil moisture, temperature, and humidity, which allow farmers to optimize irrigation schedules and then reduce the water. And livestock monitoring, connected wearable track in the track the health and the behavior of the livestock, and providing the farmers with the detailed data that can support better animal welfare and then productivity. And then precision farming like connected tractor, drones, and other farm equipments, which uses sensors and data analytics to perform precision seeding, fertilizing, and harvesting, and reducing waste, and improving the yields. So the precision or the accuracy for the farming is very important, so that connect all the devices, connect all equipments, and to uh, to provide to perform precision seeding and fertilizing and harvesting, and reduce the waste and improving the yields. So that's the objective that is possible through IoT. And food safety tracking. IoT sensors support traceability in the food supply chain, enabling regulators and the producer to quickly pinpoint sources of containers and diseases outbreaks. That is also possible. And other one is the future of IoT. Now there are many countries they are bring the power grid, smart grids, and smart cities and augmented reality. Yeah, I think hope you have definitely heard about that. This one, smart grid, smart cities, and augmented reality and virtual reality. So here the smart grids connected electricity grids that use sensors and data analytics to improve efficiency and integrate new renewable energy and reduce carbon emissions. In smart city, IoT sensors and software support the management of city infrastructure, including traffic flow, waste disposal, and public safety to improve quality of life for residents. And augmented reality connected devices that enable interactive and immersive experience in gaming, education, and other fields, and blurring the lines between the digital and physical worlds. So now maybe you can have a car. You can, if you, when you take a reverse, now we have a sensor, and then which shows clearly that the physical what you call lines without any blurring, and we can safely and then clearly take your car reverse, take a reverse, and then you can go ahead. That's a thing is going on in the future. And other one is uh, especially just I want to tell about the smart cities. What are things we can do? For example, we can go with the smart parking and the smart lighting, smart waste management, smart transportations. So that is possible for smart cities. And now in Chennai, they are trying to make the Chennai city as a smart city. And already the benefits of using IoT in smart cities one is improve efficiency, which means that optimize the resource utilization and reduce waste through real-time monitoring and data-driven decision making. That is one benefit of this smart city. The other one is enhanced sustainability, uh, which promotes practices and reduce environmental impact through smart energy management and waste optimization. And safety also, that is enhanced safety, that is also possible through smart city, enable proactive monitoring and alerts for potential safety hazards such as traffic congestion and infrastructure failures. And now in Chennai, they are taking many places for pouring the wastewater, right? So for the sewage purpose, and where the traffic is very high. And apart from that, they are doing that what you call this metro train work also, where the traffic is very high. So in the proactively, which tell you that to reach a particular destination, if you go this way, which will take 1 hour. Instead of that, if you go the other way, which may take the 40 minutes, then definitely I prefer to go the 40 minutes. And then even the distance is more, I may go with the distance based on the decision proactively. And other challenges and limitations in the IoT security risk is there, because which ensure the robust security measure to protect sensitive data and prevent unauthorized access. And interoperability, which address compatibility issues and establish standards to enable seamless integrations of diverse IoT devices and the systems. And other one is data privacy, which develop a mechanism to protect personal information and ensure transparent data collection and usage practices. So some successful cities are there which implemented the what you call smart city using the IoT devices. Barcelona and Singapore, especially Singapore is utilizing IoT for efficient transportation and air quality monitoring and energy management, so on. In Barcelona, they implemented smart lighting, waste management, and parking system to optimize city operations and so on. So what I'm trying to say, something like that. Uh, some cities they implement not only Singapore and Barcelona, many cities, many countries, they implemented this smart city concept, and then they're bringing many applications for the society. And smart logistics we can do, and autonomous vehicle and drones we can bring, whereas automations we can bring this applications. So one of the application in our defense research department of research defense organization in India, normally DRDO, has been actively embracing IoT technology in several areas. Some we will see, some of the application we can see, and the application and the challenges associated with. In DRDO, there are a number of applications that are doing, not only DRDO, in ISRO or other public sector or central government sector and state government sectors are doing or using IoT applications. So one is in the DRDO, the cameras, and IoT helps in real-time monitoring, video monitoring, and facial recognition, and automated analysis of suspicious events in DRDO facilities. And fire safety. IoT allows a DRDO to track fire risk through sensors to determine early warning signs and remotely monitoring the safety protocol adherence. And drone safety. DRDO engages in IoT supported surveillance through Wi-Fi connected drones to monitor sensitive areas to cover the potential security risk. So those things are there, and they are applying some cyber security like vulnerability assessment. In IoT technology enables a DRDO to automatically scan and evaluate security vulnerabilities and strengthening security protocols. Like now we what installed what you call this firewalls, and now we installed so many antivirus software in your desktop machine. When you switch on, then it will automatically search the any virus is there, or if you insert any USB pen drive, and then immediately it shows that which prevent that attacks and so on. So what I'm trying to say, in DRDO also, whatever it may be, that the vulnerabilities are automatically detected, and then which will under drop that weakness, and then which will run as usual. And threat detection and prevention also they are doing in DRDO. And IoT technology in DRDO, which provides early detection of attacks, which enable and the development of preventive measures to minimize the potential damage. And endpoint security, which automatic identification and patching of security vulnerabilities in endpoints without manual intervention. So endpoints is something like that in the outgoing or incoming to the campus. That point in the gate itself, for example, the gate itself, they can automatically detect whether he is a genuine one or not genuine one. So which will immediately discard that particular item or particular person to bring the cyber security in around the DRDO. And so many scientific research lab they are doing scientific research and development they are doing in DRDO. And IoT technologies have a number of labs in DRDO to automate and climate control systems and ensure proper airflow through sensors. And sensor integration, DRDO uses IoT sensor for detection of biological agents in the environment to protect researchers which engage to uh, vaccine development and so on. So that is also in going in DRDO. And most probably you heard about that some of the vaccines for the COVID which was developed are by the DRDO. And robotics integration is the DRDO is utilizing IoT technology to enable the autonomous operations of robotics in critical research areas, reducing the need of human intervention, right? And the benefits of IoT in DRDO, which provide, which improve the monitoring system, and where because enhance the surveillance, remotely monitor perimeters, and then which also facilitate asset management and so on, and greater operational efficiency to optimize and streamline logistic planning and the physical inventory monitoring systems. That is also one of the benefits of IoT in DRDO. And then DRDO using the reliability system, automate workflows for more reliability and predictability and accuracy in the process they are monitoring. Based on that, they can take decision immediately. And the challenges while adopting this IO technology in DRDO, they set high cost and the high cost, something like that, acquiring IoT technology, and what else? Implementing infrastructure, which can be expensive and requiring new equipments and sensors and network systems, and the privacy and sensor security systems, which creates vulnerabilities in the areas like raising fears of data privacy and security breaches. And finally, the complex integrations like IoT technologies involve complex integrations with the existing systems and protocols and so on. And the future of IoT, these are benefits and then the demerits while adopting this IoT environment in DRDO. This is one of the real-time example you understand about the IoT um, and its applications. And the future of IoT is advancement in connectivity. Now we have a 5G network and satellite communications will enable faster and more reliable IoT connections. Still in India, 5G is not enabled completely, and once it's enabled, what do you call? We will get that what connections forever. And AI, artificial intelligence integration, AI algorithm will enhance data analysis and predictive capabilities and autonomous decision making. That is also possible, so that uh, all the many researchers and even IT R&D industries, they are trying to develop AI integration with IoT devices. And obviously, in the other side, we should think about that cyber security also, and strict security security protocols should be implemented to protect IoT devices and networks. That is also the future of the future challenges, a future direction of IoT. Uh, Many people are working in these directions. Many, and there are a lot of opportunities are available in this area. Hope you understand, right? So this is my brief introduction about IoT applications and what you call IoT introduction about IoT and IoT applications, and how it works, and how definitely will bring some new ecosystem for for the world in the future. Definitely, it is possible as per my knowledge, and hope you can also do many projects in this area. And with the help of develop the different tools are available like Arduino, Raspberry Pi, and so many tools are available. And how to install and how to show the demo in front of your office peers or the students. There is a lot of possibilities. You can develop your own applications, and writing a code is also very simple. And you can go with this idea and bring many applications, n number of applications we can bring in this area. There are a lot of opportunity. Again, I'm telling, lot of opportunities are available in IoT in this environment, right? Any questions? Any other what do you call uh, any other questions? If you want to ask, please chat. I will respond to you. Thank you all. Thank you uh, all for this opportunity. Thank you for this international scientific research and publications for me to give this lesson or session to in front of many participants. Hope this might help you to get into the IoT environment and make use of it for your work or your project. Definitely will help you. I hope. And thank you all for your patience and listening my session. And due to some interruptions, I'm not in the position to uh, start the session in that in on time. So pair with this time. And thank you all once again. Thank you all. Thank you. Any queries, please send a query through the chat. I will respond to you. Thank you all.